Today is March 18th, 2022, and as usual, we have a confluence of holidays and astrological events happening. Yesterday, March 17th, was St. Patrick's Day. May good luck be with you wherever you go, and your blessings outnumber the shamrocks that grow. St. Patrick's Day is both a religious and cultural celebration. Celebrated on March 17th, the day St. Patrick, who is the patron saint of Ireland, passed away. So, if you were wondering why there's a reason people wear the color green, yes, there is a reason. It's to pay homage to Ireland's nickname as the Emerald Isle. However, an interesting little tidbit. Initially, the color that was celebrated on St. Patrick's Day was blue, the official color of the Order of St. Patrick. The blue symbolism dates back to Irish mythology as Flathius Iran, the symbol of Irish sovereignty. But the above remarks, as noted in the Reader's Digest article of March 8th, 2022 by Claire Nowak, entitled, "Why Do We Wear Green on St. Patrick's Day?" also notes the color blue was associated with when Henry VIII took the throne and declared himself King of Ireland, thus making it part of England. The people of Ireland rebelled and started using St. Patrick's shamrock as a symbol of their identity as well their Irish culture. For Hindus, today is Holi, a festival of colors symbolizing joy and victory over good and evil. As well, it heralds the beginning of spring. According to today's issue of the Hindustan Times, in an article entitled Holi 2022, History, Significance, Date, Time, Celebrations, and All You Need to Know About the Festival of Colors, and I'm going to share the article in its entirety. Happy Holi 2022. This year, Holi falls on March 18th. The festival is celebrated with much pomp. Read on to know all about the history, significance, celebrations, and date. Holi, also known as the Festival of Colors, is a religious occasion celebrated with much pomp. It is considered the second biggest Hindu festival after Diwali, and the celebrations last for 2 days. Choti Holi, or Holika Dahan, and Dulandi or Rangwali Holi. It marks the celebration of the victory of good over evil. The festival falls in the Hindu calendar month of Falgun, which usually falls between February and March. On this day, people play with colors, water, flowers, and more. Children and adults smear gulal, which is the painted colored powder, on each other, and people seek the blessings of their elders. People visit their friends and relatives and also relish Holi delicacies like gujia, thandai, and more after playing Holi. So, with that said, the different colored powders that are used during the Holi celebration also have significance. Traditionally, the colors came from flowers and herbs. Now, most likely, the colors are synthetic. Blue, the color blue, is a reminder that evil exists, but it can be overcome with courage, right actions, and it's associated with the Hindu god Krishna. The color green symbolizes nature, happiness, new beginnings. The color yellow is the color of turmeric and is also associated with knowledge and learning. The color red is symbolic of love, fertility, beauty, matrimony. The color pink, caring and compassion. And the color purple is symbolic of magic and mystery. Today is also known as the worm moon or full moon in Virgo. So in astrology, the moon represents our emotional impulses, our feelings, and what we feel called to do. When the moon is in Virgo, we are pushed toward a desire to serve others, often in ways that reflect how we wish we were cared for. In other words, I view this as a time in more simplistic terms of releasing that which no longer serves us, getting rid of the old so that we can receive the new. So also interestingly enough, the full moon in Virgo, which is today, March the 18th, occurs 2 days before the spring equinox, which occurs on March the 20th. So the spring equinox is when the sun enters the astrological sign of Aries, which is the first sign in astrology. And this is a good time to start anew or start something new. It's also the start of spring in the northern hemisphere, which is where I live. And it's autumn in the southern hemisphere. The word equinox comes from the Latin equus, meaning equal, and nox, which means night. During this time, the northern and southern hemispheres experience an equal amount of daytime and nighttime. Some also refer to this time or this day, or the 20th, which is not yet here, as the vernal equinox, a time when the sun is exactly above the equator and day and night are of equal length, and either of the 2 points in the sky where the ecliptic or sun and celestial equator intersect. So you may or may not know that different cultures celebrate this time that we're currently in, of which Holi is one of the celebrations that's celebrated by those who are Hindu or of Indian descent. There's also Nowruz, which is celebrated in Central Asia, and those who are Persian or Iranian. There's the Songkran Water Festival in Thailand. There is a gathering which occurs at Stonehenge in England. As well, there is a festival known as Shunbon no Hai in Japan, which is a day to honor the past while looking ahead to the future. I hope that as you have listened to this very brief interlude, that you spent the day in a joyous manner. I participated in a holy celebration in my backyard with my neighbor and her 2 children, and we threw holy powder on each other, which is always fun. So, because it's also a full moon in Virgo, I spent time in my backyard. Though it was overcast and cloudy, I know that the moon's presence or the energy of the moon was still present. And whenever there's a full moon, if weather permits, I like to go sit in my backyard and just reflect or meditate on all that I am grateful for. As well, I say a prayer for the things that I wish to welcome in this new cycle. If you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them. Please know that I am eternally grateful to all of you that do listen to my, I won't call them ramblings, but listen to what I have to say when I do podcast episodes. And I wish for all of you in this new springtime, new beginnings, as we shed the skin of winter, let us embrace the warmth, the joy, the new beginnings that spring offers all of us. Always have an open heart and an open mind. Be grateful. Express gratitude. Tell your family and friends that you love them. Be compassionate. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. Be of service. Be in service. Remember, we are more alike than we think. What happens in one part of the world does, in fact, impact those of us in other parts of the world. In closing, I would like to ask that we send positive energy, prayers to the people of Ukraine who are showing what it means to have a belief in freedom and democracy so strong that they are willing to die. And in fact, they are dying. Again, thank you for listening. In the words of Nelson Mandela, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Until we get to that point, are we really free? Also, I'm not sure who said this, but may we think of freedom not as the right to do as we please, but as the opportunity to do what is right. We are at a seminal moment in our time here on earth. What are you going to do? What are you doing? Please reflect. Open your heart. And may you find joy, compassion, empathy, and most importantly, love.